Hello students, today shall we begin a new poem, that is the Daffodils, written by William Wordsworth. So let us know something about the author. William Wordsworth, one of the greatest English poets, was born in the Lake District of England, an area of great beauty. Wordsworth's treatment of nature is his chief glory as a poet. He spent a great amount of time on walks in countryside, and he used his keen sense of observation to take note of all that he saw around him. He got much joy out of nature, and this is clearly evident in his poetry. Other poets sees beauty that is in nature, the color, the forms and all the other details. Wordsworth see all this and more. He always felt there was something much deeper than that which was visible only on the surface. He looks on nature with his inward eye. The glory of it enters into his heart and soul. Daffodils is one of Wordsworth's most famous short poems. In it, the poet remembers that he once saw a beautiful scene, a lake and daffodils beside it. At that time, he was full of happiness because he felt everything around him was happy. There was three main ideas or parts in the poem. The first deals with a poet himself. We learn something about him. The second is about nature, the daffodils, the lake, the cloud, the stars. The third is about the relationship between the poet and nature. We learn that nature plays an important part in his life. This last point is more important. What is the last point? The nature plays an important role in our lives. Okay, so shall we begin the poem? Today we are looking at the poem Daffodils, written by who? William Wordsworth. He is a romantic and well-known poet. Every common man could understand his poem very easily. So, he writes his poem in a simple language. He was also a great lover of nature. That also we see in the poem Daffodils. Let us see what made him to write this particular poem, the Daffodils. Once he went for a walk and he saw a group of daffodils. What's the meaning of daffodils? Have you seen what is daffodils? Daffodils, a group of bright yellow flowers. What is daffodils? Daffodils are a group of bright yellow flowers. And then there is thousands of daffodils in bloom that makes a wonderful sight. So he saw a belt of daffodils beside the lake with the wind blowing over the flowers. That the sight of the scene made him to write this remarkable poem. So what made the William Wordsworth, to write the poem is that when he was moving with his little sister, around the lake, he saw a group of daffodils, a large number of daffodils with a bright yellow colorless flower. So it made him a great joy and a surprise. So he that scene made him to write this particular poem. Okay. So the sight of the poem, the sight of the scene came to his bright mind again and again. The particular scene, the daffodils, a group of daffodils with the yellowish color that made that the scene, particular scene came again and again into his mind, and this made him to write him this particular poem. Okay, so shall we read the poem? Then I will explain to you line by line. Okay. Daffodils. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over valleys and hills. When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretch in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be glad in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is bliss the solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills and dance with the daffodils. Okay, this is the poem. So the first stanza, how many lines are there? 6 lines. The first stanza, I will read it and give the explanation for you. I wandered lonely as a cloud. Here I stands for the poet. Who is the poet? William Wordsworth. Lonely means alone. And that floats on high or vales and hills. Vales means valleys and hills. A host means a large number of. Okay. And beside the lake, beneath the trees. Beneath means below. Okay. Fluttering. Meaning of fluttering is fly unsteady. Fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Okay. So, in the first stanza, the poet is wandering. Wandering means moving. Lonely as a cloud. What he is doing? The poet is moving around alone, as lonely as a cloud. So the poet is comparing himself as a cloud. We can say that. The poet is comparing himself. In the first stanza of the first line, we see that the poet is comparing himself as a cloud. As lonely as a cloud, he moves around moves around, that the cloud that floats over the valleys and hills. So, how he moves around? The cloud that floats over the valleys and hills. The clouds that moves around the valleys and hills in such a way, the same way the poet, the Wordsworth also moved around as lonely as a cloud. We see in the first and second line that it is. Okay. And who is wandering over the clouds and who is wandering over the valleys and hills? Poet. Okay. The poet William Wordsworth is moving around as lonely as clouds. He is moving around the valleys and hills. When all at once I saw a large number of daffodils. Where did he see? or water. What he saw there? What did he saw there? He saw all of a sudden a large number of daffodils. Where he saw it beside the lake, below the tree. He saw a large number of daffodils. All of a sudden, it was a bright yellowish color, the daffodils. Okay, he saw a large number of daffodils, and he saw it beside the lake, below the tree. Okay, so they were fluttering and dancing in the breeze. What they were doing? The daffodils, what they were doing? They were fluttering, they were moving with the wind. They were dancing. It seems to be like they were dancing. They were fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Okay, that's the first 6 lines of the poem we see. The second stanza continues as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. They stretch in never-ending line along the margin of bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. So what he sees here, the second stanza of the poem. So here, daffodils are compared with the stars. So what its poet is comparing with the daffodils? Stars. Here the daffodils are compared with the stars that shine on the Milky Way. What is the Milky Way meaning? The meaning of the Milky Way is a wide band of millions of stars in the sky. Okay, so here the poet is comparing daffodils with the stars. That the stars shines that the stars are numerous like daffodils also. The same way the poet sees the daffodils also, the never-ending daffodils in a line he sees. And he says, in one glance I saw 10,000 tossing their heads in sprightly dance. So the second stanza, the poet is comparing the daffodils with the stars that shines on the Milky Way. So in the same way, the poet says that the stars are numerous, countless. So same way he saw, the poet saw never-ending lines of daffodils. The never-ending lines of the daffodils with a bright yellowish color that is fluttering and dancing. When the wind blows, it moves like it is fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Then 10,000s tossing their heads in sprightly dance. So he imagines that it is dancing with the wind. It's a beautiful poem. Okay, so you can enjoy while reading the poem. You see how imaginative the poet is. You enjoy reading this, such a beautiful poem. And also when we look at the nature, when we move around, watch the flowers, trees, the greeneries, we also automatically feel, experience the joys. So the poet, you can see that the poet loves the nature. He is a lover of nature. That's why he writes this beautiful poem when he sees the daffodils, the number of daffodils. We see the beauty, the beauty of the nature he is describing in this poem. Okay, students, that's all today. The 2 stanzas we have finished. Rest of the poem I will give you in the next class. Till then, you will read the poem, learn the 8 lines of the poem and enjoy reading the beautiful poem. Thank you for listening.